Chosen one. This is not a coincidence, it is a divine appointment. Heaven has drawn you here because the wind of change is blowing in your direction. You are standing on the threshold of a supernatural transfer, a moment so sacred that even the angels are preparing the way before you. What's about to unfold in your life will not be by human effort, but by divine orchestration. You've felt it, haven't you? The restlessness, the stirring in your spirit, the quiet knowing that something greater is coming. That's not anxiety, that's activation. The same God who spoke light into darkness is speaking movement into your situation right now. Every closed door, every delay, every disappointment was preparation for this release. Chosen one. You are about to move not just into a new space, but into a new dimension of favor, as it is written in Isaiah chapter 43, verse 19. Behold, I am doing a new thing, now it springs forth. Shall you not know it? This is that moment. Your relocation is not random, it's revelation. Heaven has already packed your promise and placed it at your door. The shift has begun. Chosen one, listen closely, because what's happening around you right now is not random. The very tension you're feeling, that restlessness in your spirit, that quiet discontent with your surroundings, it's not confusion, it's confirmation. Heaven is repositioning you for divine promotion. You are being prepared for movement, physical, spiritual, emotional, and yes, even financial. Don't fear the shift that's taking place. It's not meant to unsettle you. It's meant to set you free. The same God who called Abraham out of the familiar and led him into promise is calling you now. When heaven begins to move you, it first unsettles the ground beneath your feet. That shaking you feel isn't punishment, it's preparation. Every delay, every disruption, every door that suddenly won't open anymore, those are not signs of rejection. They are signals of redirection. I know this feeling because I've lived it. I've felt the walls of old seasons closing in, not out of failure, but out of fulfillment. There was a time when everything I built began to lose its peace. What once felt comfortable suddenly became too small. I tried to fix it, to hold it together, but the Spirit whispered, "You're not supposed to stay here. I'm calling you higher." That's when I learned God never removes you from something until what's next is already prepared. Chosen one. Heaven doesn't just relocate, it redeploys. You're not being displaced, you're being positioned. Every "no" you've heard lately is really heaven's not here. Every closed door is protecting your future from something your eyes can't yet see. If you've been feeling that divine discomfort, that sacred restlessness that says, "I can't stay where I am," it's because your spirit already moved before your body did. You're outgrowing environments that can no longer sustain your assignment. Don't interpret the shaking as instability. It's the sound of divine movement. Heaven is packing your promise right now, unseen but active. What you're sensing is the Holy Spirit aligning circumstances, conversations, and even people to lead you into your next chapter. That's why certain relationships are fading. That's why some opportunities feel hollow. That's why you're craving peace in a way you never have before. Your soul knows it's almost time. When God is about to promote you, He begins by pruning you. He cuts away what no longer fits so you can carry what's coming. I've watched this happen in my own life. Friendships I cherished ended, doors I prayed for stayed shut, but months later I understood why. God wasn't denying me, He was delivering me. He was preserving the version of me that could handle the blessing He was preparing. And that same preservation is happening for you. Chosen one, don't confuse stillness with stagnation. God is not silent, He's strategic. He's orchestrating your next move like a master composer, arranging a final crescendo. You might not hear the music yet, but heaven is tuning the instruments. Every unseen detail is coming into divine alignment. So pause for a moment, take a breath, and feel his nearness. The whisper you've been ignoring, that gentle, "Its time is not imagination, it's invitation." The Lord is saying, "You've been faithful in the quiet. Now I'm about to honor you in the open." You are not being evicted from your life, you are being elevated to your purpose. The transition may not make sense now, but it will. You'll soon see that what felt like instability was really God shifting the ground so new roots could grow. This isn't a setback. It's a setup for supernatural transfer. Heaven is already ahead of you, preparing a place, arranging provision, assigning helpers, and clearing your path. What's waiting for you on the other side of this move isn't lack, it's overflow. Don't cling to the old when the new is being handed to you. Chosen one, this is the hour where obedience becomes your greatest currency. Every step of faith you take opens the vaults of heaven. The doors you've been praying for aren't locked, they're waiting for your yes. And when you give that yes, when you dare to move in faith, even without seeing the full map, the wind of God will meet you mid-step. You'll feel it, that divine momentum carrying you forward, that invisible push that tells your soul, this is the way. Your yes is the trigger. Your faith is the key. Heaven is ready. Are you all chosen one? Have you noticed how lately nothing feels the same? The things that used to excite you don't move you anymore. The spaces that once gave you peace now feel too small. The conversations that once filled you now feel empty. That's not boredom, that's spiritual evolution. Heaven is expanding your capacity, and your old environment can no longer contain your new anointing. When God begins to elevate you, He first changes your appetite. You stop craving what's convenient and start hungering for what's consecrated. You begin to sense that something unseen is pulling you forward, and it is. The Spirit of God is drawing you into alignment with your destiny. Every piece of your life is being rearranged with purpose. Nothing is wasted, not even the confusion. I remember a time when I couldn't understand why certain people drifted away. I thought maybe I did something wrong. But now I see God was creating space. He was clearing my atmosphere so that divine connections could find me. The same is happening for you right now. Heaven is filtering your circle because not everyone can walk into the next chapter with you. Don't chase what God has released. Don't mourn what has been moved. Some doors must close so that greater ones can open. Chosen one. The first sign that your move is near isn't chaos, it's clarity. Suddenly you begin to see life differently. You wake up with ideas you didn't have before. You start feeling led to prepare, to declutter, to organize, to clean, not just your space, but your spirit. That's heaven prompting you. You're getting ready to step into divine order. Your angels are already ahead of you. They're aligning the details, new opportunities, new people, even new places. The road might not look clear yet, but it will. I've learned that God doesn't give you the full map. He gives you movement. Each act of obedience reveals the next step. And when you take that first one, everything else unfolds with supernatural precision. I know the fear of transition. You wonder, what if I move and fail? What if I leave and lose? But faith isn't about having all the answers. It's about trusting the one who does. Remember, the same God who parted the Red Sea didn't hand Moses a plan. He gave him a promise. I will be with you. That's all you need too. Chosen one, you are not being removed from stability. You are being reintroduced to sovereignty. God's sovereignty means He's already in your next chapter, waiting for you to arrive. And when you get there, you'll realize the provision was prepared long before you even prayed for it. Don't be surprised if your spirit feels stretched in this season. That's the evidence of growth. You can't carry new oil in old vessels. The shaking, the uncertainty, the holy unrest, they are signs of divine promotion. You are stepping into a space where your obedience will attract abundance. Even now, heaven is whispering strategies to your spirit. You may feel restless in your sleep, waking at strange hours with ideas or visions. Those aren't random. That's divine download. The Holy Spirit is training your sensitivity, teaching you how to hear in silence and move without hesitation. When you wake, write down what you sense. It's guidance disguised as thought. Chosen one. There's an urgency in this moment because heaven's calendar is turning in your favor. The divine relocation you've been sensing isn't just about a physical move, it's about stepping into a prophetic appointment. There's territory with your name on it, blessings coded with your DNA, and opportunities that have been waiting for your obedience. When you move, you're not just leaving a place, you're activating a promise. You're stepping into the timeline God wrote before you were even born. You are not behind schedule. You are right on divine time. So hear this clearly, the shift is already in motion. Don't resist it. Don't delay it. Flow with it. Because soon what feels like uncertainty will reveal itself as divine order. And when that moment comes, you'll understand you weren't being uprooted. You were being replanted in the soil of your destiny. Chosen one, heaven has already packed your promise. Your spirit can feel the luggage at the door. It's almost time to move. Chosen one. Let's talk about what happens right before the breakthrough, the part most people don't recognize. It's the in-between, the place where the old season has ended, but the new one hasn't fully unfolded. You're standing on sacred ground between what was and what will be. It can feel disorienting, but this is the space where God does His most intimate work. You may feel pressure from every side, finances tightening, relationships stretching, doors that once opened suddenly closing. But this isn't punishment, it's divine construction. Heaven is laying the foundation of your next dwelling place. Every discomfort you feel is proof that spiritual blueprints are being drawn. The shaking isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to shape you. When you can't make sense of what's happening, remind yourself the God who led you into this transition already has the exit strategy written. Nothing about your life is off track. Every delay has purpose. Every tear has instruction. Even the silence carries strategy. I remember a season when everything in my life was unraveling, my plans, my income, my connections. I thought I was being stripped, but in truth, I was being streamlined. God was simplifying me so He could strengthen me. And once I stopped fighting the process, provision started flowing from places I never imagined. That's what's about to happen for you. Chosen one, the Lord is not trying to take from you, He's trying to trust you. He's asking, can I trust you with the new if I remove the old? You can't carry yesterday's baggage into tomorrow's blessing. That's why certain things are breaking down. They were never meant to cross over. This is where faith must speak louder than fear. The path won't be revealed until you take the first step. Remember what I told you, heaven moves at the speed of obedience. You don't need to see the destination to trust the direction. When your spirit says yes, the universe rearranges itself to make room for your arrival. Chosen one, it's time to stop asking, when will it happen, and start declaring, it's already unfolding. The supernatural works in unseen layers long before it becomes visible. You've been sensing that shift? The late-night wake-ups, the strange peace in chaos, the inner knowing that you can't explain. That's heaven's confirmation that your file has been opened. Don't rush the details. Just stay in faith. God is preparing introductions, conversations, and opportunities that align with your purpose. What you're waiting for isn't being delayed, it's being delivered with precision, and when the time is right, everything will converge perfectly. Chosen one. The move isn't just physical, it's mental, emotional, and spiritual. You're leaving behind limitation, lack, and fear. You're being positioned for overflow. Heaven doesn't move you to survive, it moves you to reign. So if things feel unstable, take heart. You're not falling apart, you're falling into alignment. The same power that raised Jesus from the grave is resurrecting every buried dream inside you. What you thought was over is about to bloom again. This is your birthing season. The pressure you feel right now isn't the end, it's the push. And just like a mother in labor, you can't stay where you are. The promise must come forth. The contraction is confirmation that the new thing is ready to emerge. Chosen one, keep breathing. Keep trusting. The miracle is already crowning. Chosen one. The moment you say yes to God's next chapter, everything around you begins to respond. Heaven starts to move pieces you didn't even know existed. People you've never met begin to think of you. Opportunities you didn't apply for start to call your name. That's the mystery of divine alignment. When your spirit agrees with heaven, creation bends to obey. Right now, God is orchestrating a relocation that is not just geographical, but generational. What He's doing through you will break patterns that ran through your bloodline. You're not just moving into a new home, you're stepping into a new heritage. You are the first in your family to walk in this level of revelation and prosperity. And with that calling comes pressure, the weight of being a trailblazer. But don't mistake pressure for punishment. Diamonds are born under pressure, not comfort. I've seen it firsthand. There was a season when everything in my life seemed out of order. Savings, low doors closed, plans cancelled. But beneath the surface, heaven was rewriting the script. It looked like loss, but it was lay out the foundation for a greater expansion. And when I finally let go, when I stopped fighting to fix what God was removing, the floodgates opened. What I once chased began to chase me. Chosen one. The same thing is about to happen for you. The very areas that looked barren will suddenly bloom. The relationships that once drained you will be replaced by divine connections that pour into you. The opportunities that once rejected you will return, but this time they'll have to meet you on your terms, because you'll be walking in authority, not anxiety. You're not moving into comfort, you're moving into calling, and that requires courage. You can't walk into this next season with fear still whispering in your ear. Fear says, what if it doesn't work? Faith says, what if it does? Choose faith, because the same God who provided manna in the wilderness has already placed provision along your path. Chosen one, don't underestimate what obedience unlocks. When you move with God's timing, doors open without knocking. Resources appear without striving. Favor follows without forcing. You don't have to chase what's already assigned to you, it will locate you. Your job is not to predict the outcome, but to protect your peace. You may have noticed strange signs lately: repeated numbers, divine delays, unexpected restlessness. These are not coincidences. They're signals from heaven saying, prepare, it's time. Just like the Israelites followed the cloud by day and the fire by night, your spirit is following divine indicators. Every shift, Every closed door, every inner nudge, all of it is guiding you toward your promised territory. And yes, the unfamiliar can be frightening. But remember, the Red Sea didn't part until Moses moved forward. Your miracle won't manifest until you take the step. The path won't reveal itself to those who hesitate. It unfolds for those who believe. Chosen one, you are not waiting for the right time. You are standing in it. This is the Kairos moment, heaven's now. And when God says, move, don't look back. The same hand that carried you through the wilderness will carry you into the promise. You've waited, you've prayed, you've endured. Now it's your turn to witness the supernatural unfold in real time. Heaven has already approved your promotion. The only thing left is your movement. Chosen one, gather your courage. Your next step is sacred. Chosen one. There's something sacred about this moment. It's the calm before divine eruption. You can feel it deep inside, can't you? The air around you feels different. The old rhythm no longer fits. Heaven has shifted frequencies, and your spirit is tuning into a higher wavelength. What once made sense now feels distant, and what once seemed impossible now feels near. That's how you know you're close. Before every supernatural promotion, there is always a divine pause, not for punishment, but preparation. God pauses you to perfect you. He hides you to heal you. And when the unveiling comes, it happens suddenly. What took years to understand will make sense in seconds. I've seen it. I've lived it. There was a time when I thought the silence meant abandonment, but it was actually construction. God wasn't ignoring me. He was insulating me. He was fortifying my faith so the wind of success wouldn't blow me away. The same is happening for you, chosen one. You're not being left out, you're being lifted up. You see, divine timing doesn't follow human calendars. Heaven works through alignment, not anxiety. When the pieces are ready, the puzzle reveals itself. That's why you've been feeling this urge to let go of things that no longer fit the job, the habits, even the conversations that drain you. You're shedding layers that can't go where you're headed. Chosen one. The number one sign that your move is near is this holy discomfort, that gentle yet undeniable sense that you're outgrowing your current space. It's not dissatisfaction, it's destiny calling. Your peace has become your compass. When something disturbs that peace, it's heaven's way of saying, this isn't it anymore. And here's the truth, you won't need to force the transition. When it's time, the release will be obvious. Doors will close with grace. Provision will appear in precision. God doesn't move chaotically. He moves completely. You'll see how every thread of confusion was actually woven into perfect order. Even now, the angels assigned to your life are setting the stage. They're aligning divine appointments, conversations, and opportunities you could never orchestrate yourself. Heaven's logistics are flawless. Every delay was divine synchronization. Chosen one, don't be surprised when your spirit starts craving solitude. Separation always comes before elevation. God pulls you away from the noise so you can hear his next instruction. That quiet season isn't a setback, it's a summit. It's where clarity is born. I remember when God pulled me away from everything familiar. It hurt. It felt like loss. But that wilderness became my training ground. That silence became my sanctuary. And now, looking back, I realize he was building capacity for what I carry today. You're in that same process. The pruning may sting, but it's proof that you're still connected to the vine. You're being prepared for fruit that lasts. You're not just changing locations, you're changing dimensions. So if you feel like everything is shifting, it's because it is. The Spirit of God is rearranging your reality to match the prophecy over your life. Heaven's calendar has circled this moment. The blueprint is active. The promise is live. Chosen one. Your spirit is already walking in rooms your feet haven't entered yet. Your name is being mentioned in places you've never been. Your provision is being transferred from hidden sources into visible form. The move isn't coming, it's happening. So get ready. Pack not just your belongings, but your belief. God is about to prove that the wait was worth it. Chosen one. The transition you're stepping into is not ordinary. It carries the fragrance of destiny. You can sense it. The air around you is charged. The atmosphere feels alive, and even time itself feels like it's speeding up. That's because heaven has accelerated your timeline. What took others decades will take you moments, because this is not effort, it's divine endorsement. The reason everything feels intense right now is because spiritual labor always precedes spiritual birth. You are in the delivery room of destiny. The contractions, you feel the pressure, the uncertainty, the loneliness are all signs that what was promised is about to be born. You are not losing control, you are giving birth to purpose. In moments like this, it's easy to doubt. You might say, "Lord, I can't see how this will work." But faith doesn't need evidence to move. It creates the evidence. When Peter stepped out of the boat, the water didn't harden until he walked. And the same will happen for you. Once you step out, provision will meet you mid-air. Chosen one. God is not asking you to figure it all out. He's asking you to follow the whisper, that small, steady voice inside you that says, "It's time." That's the same voice that led Abraham, that comforted Elijah, that guided Esther, and that raised Joseph from the prison to the palace. You are walking a prophetic path that has been proven by the faithful. Don't let fear disguise itself as logic. There's a difference between wisdom and worry. Wisdom listens. Worry limits. You've prayed long enough, now it's time to move. The same grace that sustained you in the waiting will sustain you in the walking. And as you walk, expect confirmation. Expect divine winks, the repeated numbers, the sudden peace, the unplanned encounters. These are heaven's signals saying, yes, this is the way. When you see them, pause and give thanks. Gratitude anchors the shift. I remember when God told me to move before I had the full picture. I hesitated at first. Everything in me wanted proof. But when I obeyed, resources I couldn't have planned appeared overnight. A place opened up. Support came. What once felt risky became sacred. And that's how obedience works. It unlocks miracles in motion. Chosen one. You're walking into a prepared place. The land may look unfamiliar, but your name is already written in it. You'll find rest where others struggled. You'll flourish where others failed. The anointing on your life guarantees it. So don't overthink the unknown. The same God who began this good work will perfect it. Step forward and watch the supernatural unfold. You are not walking alone. Heaven's army walks beside you. The light of destiny is guiding your every step. Chosen one. You are closer than you think. The door you've prayed for is already unlocking. All you need to do now is walk through it. Chosen one. In this sacred transition, one of the most powerful things you can do is let go. I know it sounds simple, but it's the hardest command heaven gives. Letting go means trusting that what's leaving is no longer aligned with your purpose, and what's coming is far greater than what you're losing. You see, before God moves you forward, He always lightens your load. Think of the traveler who cannot climb a mountain carrying unnecessary weight. The climb requires clarity. The higher you go, the less you can take with you. That's why some relationships faded without warning. That's why doors closed, even when you prayed for them to stay open. It's not rejection, it's refinement. I remember when I tried to hold on to a season God had already ended. I kept begging him to restore what he was clearly removing. And one day in the stillness, I heard the Spirit say, "I'm not punishing you, I'm preparing you." That was the day I learned that surrender is the shortcut to breakthrough. The moment I released what I couldn't control, peace flooded my life like sunlight after a storm. Chosen one, that same peace is waiting for you. The peace that surpasses understanding, the kind that tells you, even if I don't know what's next, I know who's leading me. You're not stepping into uncertainty, you're stepping into divine choreography. Every delay, every detour, every disappointment has been preparing the path beneath your feet. And here's what's truly divine. The very people who overlooked you in the last season will witness your elevation in this one. God is setting a table before you, and when you sit down, it will be clear that it was His hand all along. The places where you were once dismissed will become the platforms where you are now celebrated. The silence was never rejection. It was heaven setting the stage for your reveal. Chosen one, don't fear the unknown. God never moves you into places He hasn't already secured. You might feel unqualified, but that's why grace exists. Grace is your access code. You won't have to fight for this next opportunity. Favor will go before you. The right people, the right timing, the right doors will all align the moment you say yes. Even now, your angels are on assignment. They're preparing introductions, aligning resources, and softening hearts in your favor. The things that once resisted you are being commanded to release you. Heaven is releasing instructions to every detail connected to your destiny, your next home, your finances, your partnerships. It's all being divinely arranged. So don't let impatience rob you of preparation. Move with faith, not haste. The shift that's coming is permanent. You're not going back to struggle, you're stepping into stability. The blessing that's coming won't drain you, it will sustain you. I feel this strongly for you, chosen one. Your life is about to look completely different. The tables are turning. The scales are balancing. The hidden years are about to make sense. And when the move happens, it will happen suddenly, not by your effort, but by divine acceleration. Stay expectant, stay light, stay aligned. Heaven is closer than it's ever been. The sound you hear in your spirit is not imagination, it's invitation. Chosen one, the waiting is almost over. Get ready to step into everything God promised. Chosen one, take this moment in. Breathe. You've come so far through the storms, the silence, the nights that stretched long and heavy. You've been pruned, refined, tested, and strengthened. But now, heaven is saying, it's time. The waiting wasn't wasted. It was weaving you into readiness. This final stretch before your move might feel strange. Things are quiet, almost too quiet. But silence is the sound of alignment. It's the space where God finishes what He started. The details you can't see are being finalized. People are being moved into place. Keys, contracts, and confirmations are all being prepared in your favor. Chosen one. When this shift manifests, it will happen suddenly. One day, you'll wake up and realize that everything has changed. The atmosphere will feel lighter, the provision will flow easier, and the peace will be undeniable. That's when you'll know you've stepped into the promise. The very place that once felt like a dream will become your dwelling. But remember, this move isn't just about location, it's about elevation. It's about walking in the version of yourself that heaven always saw. The move is the manifestation of maturity. You've passed the test of trust, and now God is entrusting you with territory. You're not just entering a new season, you're entering a new stature. The wealth, the opportunities, the influence, they're not coming to change your identity, but to amplify your assignment. You will be a light in new spaces, a voice where silence once ruled, a vessel of provision for those still waiting in the wilderness. God didn't lift you to isolate you. He elevated you to represent Him. Chosen one, don't rush what heaven is perfecting. When the door opens, and it will walk through it with grace, not haste. Move with quiet authority, knowing you are not lucky, you are chosen. Every step will be guided, every encounter will be divine, and every resource you need will meet you at the appointed moment. I feel this deeply for you. Your angels are already celebrating. The pages of your story are turning, and the next chapter begins with favor. You are walking into a future that was written long before the struggle began. The pain was the passageway. The promise is the reward. So lift your head, chosen one. The move is here. The waiting season is over. Step into your new beginning with faith, confidence, and gratitude. You are not being moved by chance. You are being moved by purpose, and heaven is leading the way. Chosen one. As we close this divine moment together, breathe in peace, the kind that only heaven can give. You are standing in your Kairos moment, the appointed hour where everything shifts in your favor. The supernatural transfer has already begun. What you've been praying for is now aligning. The move isn't on its way, it's unfolding beneath your very feet. Chosen one, you are not walking into the unknown, you are walking into fulfillment. The God who called you out is the same God who goes before you, clearing the path, preparing the provision, and releasing the promise. The doors that once resisted you will now recognize you. The places that once rejected you will now make room for your arrival. Lift your hands and declare this: I am ready, Lord. I receive what heaven has prepared. I will move when you say move, and I will trust what you reveal. Let that declaration be your covenant with this season. Anointed one, remain faithful. Stay sensitive to the whisper of the Spirit. Walk boldly, for the wind of God is carrying you. The weight refined you. Now the reward will define you. If this word has confirmed what your spirit already knew, type Amen in the comments as a sign of agreement and alignment. Stay connected, stay prayerful, and stay expectant. You are not being moved by chance. You are being moved by purpose. And heaven is smiling as you step into your new beginning. God bless you, chosen one.